Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the 4,000 Question Challenge, and today is episode 14. How was your birthday usually celebrated? Well, I often would have a sleepover as a kid, or we'd make some kind of trip. I can remember going to the Boston Museum of Science or the aquarium. And in fact, I have done both of those things within the last 5 or 6 years, again, as an adult, just to see what that experience was like. And the aquarium, still really cool down in Boston. Um, Cake, presents, that kind of thing. Though I was never a huge cake fan. Um, and as an adult, my wife will often make me a pie because I am a pie fan. Um, she makes them without sugar, and she uses like 4 or 5 different types of apples. They're very, very tasty. Um, what was a fad in the decade in which you were born? I was born in '64, so that meant that would go all the way up to '74. That's the hippie years, folks. So every hippie fad you can think of took place in the first 10 years of my life. Um, as a child, how did people describe you? Probably quiet, well-mannered. Those would probably be some of the descriptors because that's how I had been raised, to be quiet and well-mannered. It wasn't an option. Um, what is one thing every kid should have? Every kid should have, well, an available library. I'm a big believer that every kid should have an available library of both age-appropriate books and books that are targeted a little bit older than them, so they have something to expand into as soon as they start reaching into that area. So yes, I'm a firm believer that every kid should have books, physical books, not ebooks, not PDFs, things like that. No, I want actual physical books. I think that there's something about a tangible book, which is why I'm using this and not just some internet list, that is superior to a digital copy of something. Not to mention, ebooks don't actually belong to you. You're kind of sort of leasing them or licensing them, and they can be taken away from you, though your money has to be returned. Otherwise, that would be known as theft. So yes, I'll go with books, library. Did you go to camp? Yes, I have. I have been to camp. I went to Boy Scout camp, and I went camping with the SCA, Society for Creative Anachronism, on many occasions. Did religion play a part in your childhood social activities? We didn't. We did like some things through the Catholic Church. My mother was Catholic and raised me Catholic. Um, Thankfully, none of the priests got near me. But when it came to social activities, mostly I can think of the Methodist Church my father's mother was active in. His father, to the best of my knowledge, was no discernible form of faith of any kind other than alcohol. And my father could probably be considered to be like an American Christian, just a generic American Christian. And at this point in life, my mother is no longer a practicing Catholic. She left the church after the church said, "You can't teach Sunday school if you're divorced because you're evil." So yeah, they lost a really devout follower there because they were idiots. So yes, religion did play a choice, and interestingly, at age 5, I essentially became an atheist. At age 19, I became an agnostic, and at 22, I became a theist, because the holy symbols around my neck are more than just for show. What is one thing you really disliked as a child that you now fully appreciate? Disliked as a child and now fully appreciate. I'm going to take the classic cheap shot, cheap answer in this one and say naps. Did you believe in the tooth fairy? I have no idea, but would not be surprised if in fact I did believe in the tooth fairy. What is the most mischievous thing you recall doing? Hiding from my mother while in public. That's probably the most mischievous thing I can think of doing. Were you generally popular or unpopular, and why? Was I popular? Let's see now. I was a bookie kid that was the child of an abusive alcoholic that became a band member and then played Dungeons and Dragons? Okay, this has been episode number 14 of the 4,000 Question Channel.